Hey guys, it's Jamie from Recovery Inspired Hope, and we have a super special interview for you today. I'm so excited. Michelle H is here to share her experience, strength, and hope with us. Make sure you subscribe to Jamie Tall on YouTube so you don't miss any more of our new upcoming episodes. So Michelle, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Michelle, and I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict. My sobriety date is May 9th of 2018. I've been sober almost 2 years now. It's 2 years and about maybe 6 months. My recovery is my main goal in my life. As a matter of fact, today I share a meeting for my group that I go to. It's called Gratitude. And
now,
I do.
Michelle, where you are not from Georgia.
No, I'm not.
I'm in Athens, Georgia, and you have an accent. Now, where are you at?
Oh, I do? I have it. Oh, okay. So your guys are down south.
Yes.
Oh, I'm up here in New York.
New York. Awesome. So tell us about New York recovery.
Oh, New York recovery is beautiful. You know, everybody up here, you know, we're all connected with each other, especially the women. You know, we try to uplift each other. We stay in contact with each other, especially when we go to the meetings. I mean, it's awesome. We have retreats sometimes that we go to. It's like a cabin where the women go upstate New York. And it's very spiritual. You know, you really get into your recovery when you do that. It's like how they say, it's like you're passing that threshold into spirituality when you go to this place. It's like, I never been there yet, but I do plan on going. It's awesome. A lot of the women that I talk to that been there, they love it, and it's like you change from within. There's a change within you. It's something that's a spiritual, it's a beautiful thing. You know, recovery is beautiful. You know, I love recovery.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You were talking about a meeting that you had gone to chair tonight?
Well, yeah, on Sundays, I do the Living Sober. There's a book in recovery. It's called The Living Sober. And what I do is we have a meeting for an hour, and I read it, and then I share my experience off that chapter in the book, and then everybody else gives us, you know, their feedback from what we read.
Okay.
So,
is it like, so 12 step was 12 step your pathway?
Yes. My 12 steps, I'm on my 4th step right now, which is, you know, I call it confession.
Yes, me too. That's what I called it too.
It's confession, you know, all the dirt and all the bad stuff, you know, you just want to it's called cleaning house. I call it cleaning house, and cleaning and starting a new slate in your life. You know, asking God to forgive you for those things, you know, asking people that you hurt to forgive you. Some people do, some people don't. But if they don't, that shouldn't stop you from your recovery. You just continue to just, you know, go forward, you know, because you do have people that, you know, you have hurt when you were active, and people, you know, hold resentments with that, regardless if you're clean or not. They want to see it. They just want to see you continuing your recovery. You know, they don't really have that strong faith in you just yet, so to speak.
So tell me a little bit about what happened that brought you to that decision that you wanted to do something different.
Well, when I first got sober, I was in a lot of pain. I drank a lot. I used a lot of drugs, and you know, I jeopardized a job that I was working for many years. I jeopardized that. I got terminated. I just continued, and I spiraled down horribly. I was in a lot of pain and I didn't want to deal with reality. So I drank and drugged every day. And it just came to a point where I was at a point of suicidal, and I reached out for help. And that was my journey. And I was a very angry person when I came into the rooms. I wasn't very nice, but I had people in the rooms that told me, they say, listen, we're going to love you until you love yourself. So, you know, you can come in here ranting and raving all you want, you know, but it took time. You know, it's called acceptance. I had to accept the things I couldn't change. You know, the path that I was on was a destructive path. You know, I still got my house, which I am truly grateful to God for that. I'm still in financial debt, but I'm still sober through it. Just a lot of things that I had to accept in my life, but I had to also put God in my life. You know, God comes first. You know, it's not my will anymore, it's his will. I had to move over out of the driver's seat and let him drive. Let me sit in the passenger seat and just, you know, just keep going. You know, listen, sobriety, there's good days and there's bad days. You know, every day is not always a bushel of roses. You know, there's some days that you're like, this sobriety thing. But you just keep going forward. And that's why we have phone numbers, and that's why we have connections with people. And that's why we call people and we read and we do whatever needs necessary to stay sober. But for me, I do whatever needs necessary to stay sober, you know. And there's one thing out of my sobriety that my granddaughter's my only granddaughter that I have. She was born after I got sober, because I got sober before she was born. I didn't think I was going to see her, you know, because I was active. I didn't think I was going to be able to have a relationship or see my granddaughter because I was drinking and drugging. And I got sober before she was born, so she's kind of like my little sober baby. So, you know, she doesn't have to see her grandmother drink or drug, by the grace of God. So,
right, know. She gets to see a whole new grandma.
Yeah, she's
that is
my
amazing.
Little sober baby. So, you know, by the grace of God, she doesn't have to see me in that condition, you know.
So you would say that family is a great motivating factor, that God has been a huge part, God and spirituality have been a huge part of your recovery journey, and
yes,
and
yes,
12
family. Yes, family to me, it means a lot to me, you know, because I have two sons and my daughter-in-law. I know that they've known that I've been active, you know, but I didn't care, you know, and I know my two sons seen me active, and, you know, later on in, you know, my past life that I was active a lot. And you know, I'm at a point in my life where I don't want to live like that anymore. You know, you come to a term in your life where it's like, I don't want to be this way. You know, you don't want to wake up with the hangovers, the regrets, and what did I do? And I don't remember that, you know. So that's where I am when it comes to my sobriety, for me. You know, I do it for me. I don't do it for them, because they say when you get sober, you don't do it for your family, you do it for yourself. Then you become a better person, and then they learn to appreciate you more, you know. So that's where I'm at with that.
That's awesome. That's so true too. You definitely can't. I mean, I know when I first came in, I was doing it for my kids. My children had gotten taken away from me. Custody got taken away from me, and I was in there just strictly to prove people wrong, that, you know,
yes.
I could get my own place and I could get my kids back, and I didn't need any help from anybody, you know. But I was just angry and resentful, and I wasn't happy, and that's definitely not the way we want to live.
No, and they say to us in the rooms that resentment is the number one offender for us. You know, I'm gonna say this is my second time in sobriety, because the first time I got sober, I had 5 years sobriety, and I thought that I was cured. That, oh wow, I'm cured now. I'm not an alcoholic. I can drink normal, and I can do drugs normal, and not being out of control. But I did get out of control, and what kept me out of the rooms is because of my shame, my guilt, embarrassment. Oh man, I don't want them to know that I messed up. So that kept me out for 10 years. I was out for 10 years because of the shame and guilt, self-pity, ego, all that stuff that they talk about in the big book. It kept me away from the rooms because I thought people were going to judge me. They weren't going to say, oh my God, she got 5 years and she went back out and she did this. And that's the way I felt. But when I came back and now I have my 2 years, I know no matter what, I can't drink like normal people. I cannot have a glass of wine. And then we want to switch. Like, let me drink wine and not drink beer, and maybe I won't get drunk. Or let me not have a shot and I'll drink the light liquor and I won't get drunk. But see, it's the first one that gets us drunk. And I know that I can't have it. I can't. And so do I feel like, oh, I'm left out because I can't have a drink with other people? No, because I know where it takes me. I know where I become. So
tell me about some things now with holiday season, right? There's a lot of people around who are drinking, and they have all those like cutesy holiday drinks, the eggnog and all that, how do you protect yourself and your recovery during the holiday season with that kind of stuff really in your face?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, one day I was watching a commercial. It was Budweiser, and it's the holiday season now, and I'm seeing this bubbly, the can pouring in the glass, and it's all bubbly, and it's looking like, wow. I was like, wow, I can't even have that. So it was so funny that day I had to go to a meeting and I shared it. During the holiday season, now that because we have the COVID and some of the meetings are not open and everybody's doing the Zoom, my recommendation for me, I stay on the phone every day with someone in recovery. Every day when I wake up, I call someone, because the holidays can be very stressful. Some people don't have family. Some families don't want to be bothered with you because of the damage that you cause or whatever. And yes, it can be stressful around the holiday time, but I advise anyone is just to stay close to people that are in recovery. Stay on that phone. I don't care how many times of the day you have to do Zoom, just do Zoom, whatever you need to do. What they say, they tell us, what is the old saying they say? Move a muscle, change a thought. Do something different. Okay, don't sit in it and start saying, oh God, I can't have a drink like everybody else. Because during the holidays, I used to drink so much. I drank every single day. I'll wake up in the morning, I say, oh, let me get my glass of wine. By the end of the night, I'm freaking knocked out. And then I'm waking up ready to start all over again. So my thing for the holidays is I try not to think too much about it. And I know I got positive people around me that I can call. And to be honest with you, I really don't even think about a drink as much. But for the people that are struggling, I advise them to just stay connected. Stay connected with people that are going to change your mind frame. Do something different. Go play with the grandkids, or read your big book or your step book. Do something that's going to take you out of that, or even just get on your knees and say, God, just please help me get through this today, because I don't want to drink, So I hope I help somebody by saying that.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you for being transparent and sharing your success and recovery. We super appreciate it. And
you're welcome. You're so
yes,
welcome. And you know what? I really enjoyed this, and I hope that anybody that's listening or hearing this, that you are not a failure. Even if you relapsed, if you drank yesterday, you can start all over again. You know, you're not a failure. Just keep going forward and just pray to God and ask him to help you, and you will get through. You know.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, guys, we'll see you next time on Recovery Inspired Hope. Make sure you subscribe to Jamie Tall on YouTube, and we'll see you next time.
All right, happy holidays.